There is a big bond between these two, but if we've had all eyes on match 8 today, I think it's fair to say we've got all ears on the next couple of minutes. I'm going to borrow a line from Mike Tyson. Everyone's got a plan and tweak it a bit until they get in a race with you two.
I don't think that's how the saying goes.
Well, who knows where we're going with a penny for your thoughts. There's been a lot said and a lot of focus on what was going to happen between the two of you and one other today. Give us your thoughts off the back of that.
Not bad for a couple of duathletes, eh?
And YouTubers. Tell us a little bit about your mindset, Lionel, because you were the one who probably had least to say coming into this one, and yet you've delivered the win.
It was deeply personal for me, too, if I'm being honest with you. I told Sam, let's put this guy in his place. And I don't get, I like Sam Laidlow and everything, but I do think it got a little too personal, in my opinion. And even I was feeling it a little bit, and so I think we had to work together. I think we were on the same team on this one. So I don't think we're the best guys to poke.
How much of a response were you determined to issue today?
Oh, I mean, I had absolutely no option but to back this up. And, you know, the song in my mind was by Aretha Franklin, R-E-S-P-E-C-T, you know, respect. And it was about earning respect. And I don't know. I mean, maybe you could say Lionel and I were working together, but when Lionel and I work together, the strategy is to inflict as much pain as possible on each other. So it's not exactly like a fun teamwork. It's kind of like, let's kill each other and see who makes it across the finish line first.
I don't know if I like working together with you, if I'm being honest with you. Let's not do this anymore.
Needs must on this occasion, I suppose. Tell us about the way the race panned out, because at one point I think Sam Laidlow was 3.5 minutes off the back of the swim. He spoke a lot about the swim and the build-up, but tell us about how you felt as it unfolded.
We're both developing swimmers, and it's ups and downs, and we have pretty good races. For us to be solo swimming, we're not very good at this, and so neither of us should really be the ones pulling in the water. We do try and get into the pack and everything, so we lost a lot of time even with a wetsuit on, which is very humbling. And I mean, hats off to Sam. He was Laidlow. He was solo the entire day. I mean, he's a great athlete. He's a good all-around athlete. And, I mean, he doesn't have a ton of years in the sport, so, I mean, he's going to continue to get better. So it was a lot of fun.
The smile, I think, says it all. His time, I'm sure, will come, Sam Laidlow. But you said in the head-to-head that you expect him to cramp and that you'd pass him, and so it proved. What were your thoughts? We had the camera on you as the two of you ran past poor old Sam, who was having a tough time of it. You didn't feel the need to say anything? You just concentrating on yourself at that point?
No, better just to do what you got to do and get the job done. But I'll pause while he finishes, maybe. Let's go, Magnus! Woohoo!
You wanted to know your splits as to whether you would outbite Magnus, who's coming down the home straight here. But just go back to that point. I'm going to come back to you guys if you're happy to just sit here for a moment. Let's hand you back to the commentators as Magnus Ditlev brings home more points for Team Europe.
What a dominating performance by the 24-year-old. He had a terrific swim and then an absolutely lethal bike to bring home a ton more points for this 24-year-old as Team Europe continues to pile up the wins.
Absolutely cool as a cucumber there as he took the high fives down the finish straight, and also the hug from team captain there, Norman Stadler. Barely looks like he's been stressed by his efforts today, but more valuable points there. We're projecting a full 6 points for Magnus.
So, Alex, just for your knowledge, it was a maximal performance by Sam Long there with the fastest bike split of the day.
Fantastic. Let me just pass that information on. Apparently you were fastest split of the day on the bike.
Yeah.
Well done, buddy.
I mean, everyone was telling me, well, I asked for the matchup to be me, Lionel, and Magnus. I wanted that to be the matchup. It would have been a better matchup. And everyone was telling me, like, nobody can bike like Magnus. Nobody can bike like Magnus. And me and Magnus have another great rivalry. You know, we raced together at Challenge Miami, and I got the better of him. And then, I mean, he annihilated me at Challenge Roth, which is one of the best full-distance races in history. So next year, maybe that can be the matchup.
Races within races, obviously, today. I just want to ask each of you a quick final question. Just your impression of Collins Cup 2022.
I mean, this is totally next level. We were both here last year, and this is... I mean, it's working. It's going in the direction we've envisioned, I think, as professionals. We know it's an exciting sport, and we're showing the world that. And I think, as you can see, people are excited about it, and it's only going to go up from here.
Your race today has been an integral part of that. You said at the end of the press conference yesterday, we'll get in the water, we'll duel it out, and then we might have a beer afterwards. Is it time for a beer with Sam Laidlow tonight? Or has he got a bit of work to do?
Yeah, I think probably. I think he learned his lesson here, and I think some duathletes are going to get some respect, and respect is due to me and Lionel, that's for sure.
Laidlow cheered us both on when we passed by him, so he's a good guy.
He's learned a lot, and he's on the up.
We're going to settle. It's over here.
Everything's
it's all
done.
Good.
That's
it's all good.
That's what racing is. You settle the beef, and then, you become friends, and triathlon's a beautiful sport for that.
He's got to buy the first round, though, yeah?
He's got to buy all the rounds.
We will leave it there, guys. It's been an epic race today. Well done for backing it up. Good on you.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. No limits.
Well, we are expecting you to take the full 6 points with what you've done out there today. How big a statement, and how pleased to be making that statement right here, right now, Daniela Ryf.
It feels really amazing to be, coming back after last year. I could perform well in all 3 disciplines, so that's a great feeling. I feel like I'm a complete athlete again and healthy. So yeah, really pleased with today. I could have had a better day. And when I got to the last K, I heard it was 5 seconds over 5 minutes. So I knew I had to really push hard the last K. So I really gave it all in the end. And yeah, it feels great to possibly make 6 points and start this day very well for Team Europe.
Your energy and your excitement is palpable right in this moment, and it contrasts so starkly from 12 months ago. They say a week is a long time in sport, but how long a year has it been to get back to the Collins Cup, and how big an itch have you wanted to scratch?
I mean, yeah, last year I raced being sick. I had blisters all over my legs. I had the shingles the 3 days before the race, so I raced with that. And obviously you can't really race well. And this morning I went for a jog. My heart rate was about 30 beats lower than last year, just jogging. And I knew it's going to be a good day. And that shows that you have to be healthy to perform well. And I'm really glad I'm healthy and fit, and definitely big statement for now. And I'm feeling ready for Kona. So it's a good feeling.
Which is fantastic. But actually, we were chatting just before we came live, and you said right from the swim, I felt perfect today. How important was it to get the start you wanted?
It was important to be able to be in the mix. I knew, Flora is going to be strong, and Sarah is also a really good swimmer. So to be able to almost keep up with them, losing 30 seconds on Flora was a perfect start for me. And I'm really pleased with all the 3 disciplines today.
And just a word on your team as well. It's looking very good for Team Europe at this point of view. Are you happy? Are you comfortable? And now you move into that sort of supporting role. We haven't even got your competitors back. Here comes Flora. But just in terms of Team Europe, it's looking strong at this point, isn't it?
I mean, I'm really proud of this team. I'm sure everyone will give its best. And the lead-in was perfect, and I'm really proud to be part of this team.
Good on you. Well done today. An amazing performance. Good on you, Daniela. We'll wait for Flora to come home. Kicking back in his throne. If you come at the king, you better not miss. How determined were you at the Big Blue to put on a performance today and to show who's boss around these parts?
Well, of course, I wanted to prove that I can deal, especially after the Canadian Open, where I cramped and kind of felt like I was in shape to win, but I didn't. So to come here and put together a great performance is obviously fun, but also I knew that it's tough to come from sprint distance and then onto 100K, but I knew that Hayden was one of the guys who could do it. So I still had to kind of play my cards well and kind of take advantage of the experience I have over long distance. So that's why I was sitting in a little bit until 50K maybe on the bike. And because that's where it's getting tough, on the bike, of being in a position. So I tried from there just to put the hammer down and put some pressure on mainly Hayden, and I thought that Ben would join me, but also got a gap on him, and super stoked on the run legs.
You looked as well as you finished the run, the power was where you wanted it to be. The rev counter was in the red zone. I'd just love to know what it's like coming down that home straight, high-fiving almost every single person that put their hand up. These must be special moments in the peak of your career.
Yeah, for sure. And also the sport out on the course. It's a long loop, 40K and back again. And it's people down in the furthest end still cheering on, and it's giving me a little bit of energy. And it's such a great place to have a triathlon race.
Normal service resumed. Well done to you. Congratulations on an epic performance, Kristian. Thanks for chatting to us.
Thank you so much.
She is alongside Ashleigh Gentle. Many, many congratulations. I'm getting the sense you have left it all out on the course. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I've definitely left it on the course. I'm ruined.
Short and sweet. Give us a sense of your pride, though, in what you've achieved. 5 match points for your team. How well do you think you've performed today, and how much did that go according to what you were trying to do?
Yeah, it was really tough out there just from the start. It was really scary just being chased. I spent 10 years of my career being the chaser, and today leading out of the water. I knew Laura's obviously a super strong cyclist, so just tried to keep my head down and my head in the game because, yeah, it was pretty lonely. But I had to keep faith in my run, and, yeah, nothing really felt too good at 3 stages of that run, but, yeah, stuck with it and really just tried to finish strong because I know that there was bonus points. And I was just kind of unaware of where Laura was.
So you were just running against yourself. You had no idea of the points that were at stake in terms of the extra bonuses that you've picked up.
Well, yeah, I knew there was extra bonus points at stake, but out on the course... But
you didn't know you were holding them as you came down the final straight?
No, definitely not, because out in the course, some of my splits varied by about 40 seconds, so might have been some team tactics out there. There was one from international, one from a random, a different one from a European, so I was like, I'm not sure who to believe here because it's all different. So I just tried to hold strong because that headwind coming back was just, it was so tough.
You've done unbelievably well. We'll let you go and recover. Congratulations on a 5-point haul for your team. Well done.
Thanks so much.
His points that have confirmed the trophy will now be lifted by Team Europe. Many, many congratulations. Just a normal day at the office. How was that for you?
Yeah, that was... Oh.
Well done, Daniel.
Well done, Daniel.
The smiles are on the faces of the Europeans.
Another 6-point guy right there.
Yeah, absolutely. How was today for you?
It was good, I would say. Not used to leading the swim, but I actually had to do that today, so that was pretty different for me. And I tried to just, break the morale for my 2 competitors, and they started the bike, so I opened pretty hard. But then the headwind really kicked off the last part of the bike, made me struggle a bit, but I made it to the finish line.
Tell us about the fact as well, your points have now confirmed the trophy will be retained by Europe. It's what you came for, it's what you said you were going to do, but how satisfying to do it, and in the style in which you've achieved it.
Yeah, so I said before the start that I guess my 6 points will get the trophy. And here we are now with Team Europe as the winner once again. So, congrats to Europe.
Congrats to Europe indeed. There is one thing we've got to ask you about, which is that your performance in cheering on the ladies out in Edmonton alongside Kristian seems to have started a new trend in triathlon for nudity around the finish line. Can you just talk us through this as a new phenomenon?
Yeah, so when the weather is good, why not to take off your T-shirt and just wave it a bit around? So I had some fans on the course today doing that, so it's really cool to see just fans having fun with the sport. I do the sports for fun as well, so to see other people enjoy it, it's a dream come true for me. Whatever gets the eyeballs, we'll leave that. And just a quick final word on the cap. 100% record maintained, job done, doing its business, yeah? Yeah, so far no one has been able to break the lucky hat, so we'll see how far it will go. We will watch with great interest. Well done today on a titanic performance. Good on you, Gustav. Thank you. Thank you. Very, very comfortable today. Was that the reality?
I may have looked like that, but no, I was definitely couldn't wait for the finish line.
Give us a little insight into your motivation today, particularly off the back of 12 months ago. How long have you been waiting to get back into Collins Cup action, and how pleased are you with how it came together today?
Yeah, last year I crashed, and I was kind of just making sure I finished and minimizing our losses instead of really maximizing points for the team. So, yeah, stoked to get maximum points, I think, today, and, do it for the team. And the role of captain's pick, was that something you were conscious of? Is that something for others to talk about, or was it something you felt you had to repay? Yeah, definitely just want to, deserve my spot on the team and make the most of it. I'm not sure whether you were grimacing or smiling as you ran the final K, but there was a lovely moment where you were chatting to the camera crew. I'd love to know a little bit more about the conversation you were having. I actually, I went past the horse statue out there, and I was like so focused, I was looking straight, and I suddenly in my periphery saw this horse statue, and I thought it was a real horse, so I laughed with the cameraman. Good on you. It's great to see you out there having fun, but just in terms of overall your form, how pleased you are to have delivered the performance that you've done today? I think today was just more of a smart race for me. I just wanted to stay out of trouble, no fighting in the swim. I like to be out in front, so that was nice. And I got passed halfway on the bike by Jocelyn into the headwind, so I just kept 20 meters, the legal distance back, and I think I just played it smart. I'm not sure if you're bored of the Holly-Ellie chat, but unfortunately Ellie not having the day that she won today. It's 1-1 now in the Collins Cup. Same time, same place next year? Oh, my God. I think we've put that to bed now. OK. If you've put it to bed, we'll try and put it to bed as well. Yeah. But well done, Dave. 5.5 points, Holly. Top job today. Well done to you. We are here with a flush Royle. Off the back of a Royal flush performance. Well done to you. That was very, very impressive indeed. But you sat down and said that wasn't really a course that was that easy to get around. Did it feel like the crunchy gears at times today?
Yeah, I think especially for me, I probably prefer a bit more of a dynamic course where there's a bit of hills and stuff to break it up. So it just made it for a really hard day. I knew I had to swim hard, and that I did. And when I put myself in that position, I just knew, well, there's no looking back now. And still being relatively new to this distance, it's a hard way to race, for sure, being the one that's somewhat being hunted down. And at times it's just playing with your mind. You start to think to yourself, you're slowing down, they're going to start catching you. And especially on that run, they're long straights, you turn back and you're convinced you can see them, even though it wasn't them, but you could just, for some reason, you convince yourself that that's them. But no, tough day, happy. Certainly wasn't the fastest on course, I know that, but in my match, I hopefully did a good job for International.
They are the points that mattered as well for International at that stage. Obviously, well done to Europe who've claimed the trophy now. But the other thing I wanted to ask you is, off the back of Edmonton, there was a sort of, not an element of surprise in your face with the performance, but certainly one or two people said, wow, how nice to back that up and to show that the form lines are going exactly where you want them.
Yeah, certainly. I think especially, like I touched on just then, I think Edmonton really suited my strengths. Well, was a course that really suited my strengths a lot better than something like today. So to come out and still put on I'd say it was still a pretty solid performance, overall. We're a competitive beast. I know we obviously want to win our own match, but also I know everyone was, you could see every time you passed other people, they're taking splits to the other matches as well to see where you're sort of matched up with them as well. So like you said, Edmonton maybe was a little bit of a surprise for some people. I knew I was capable of it, but to do it was obviously really rewarding, and to back up another pretty decent, solid race today is quite nice.
Good on you. You've earned yourself a post-race beer. Well done, Aaron. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good on you. That was an extraordinary performance from you. Many congratulations. The first thing I want to ask you is, I saw a big hug with Mum. What did she have to say to you at the end?
My mom?
Yeah.
I told her I didn't really like that very much, but I'm very happy. You tell your mom the truth, right?
Yeah. We're happy with the truth as well. I will be honest with you and say I'm not sure I've heard anybody cheer as loudly today as your mum was for you when you came into transition out of the swim and onto the bike. But just tell us about that. You were absolutely supreme today. Did you feel when you lined up on the start line that performance was coming?
No, I was lined up against two really strong women, and I didn't feel great, but I was pushing super hard all day, and it was really encouraging to be getting splits from our captains and having people on the course, and it was a pretty engaging course, actually. There were people through the towns, and it was fun to have the cheers and kind of see all of our friends and competitors on the out and back, so I had somewhat fun.
Okay, well, we'll take that, I suppose.
Yeah.
It was very interesting talking to a couple of your backstage team who just said that they could see as your lead grew, so your confidence grew as well. Did you feel that out there today? Did you feel that the better it went, the stronger you felt?
A little bit. I mean, I was just really trying to not let out at all, even when I knew I had a gap, because I just wanted to get the fastest time possible as well. So really never took my foot off the gas all day.
Good on you. And what now? Into a supporting role. Team International are coming hard and getting points on the board.
Yeah, it's so fun to be able to do this as a team and cheer and have all the men out there. And we saw them out on the course as well. So it's exciting to watch them all come in and everyone just giving their all. It's really cool.
Good on you. Well done you. Fantastic performance, Paula. Good
Thank you.
Yeah, we've counted them all out. We've almost counted them all home. But the man, as you said, who crossed the finish line to win the final matchup, Daniela's alongside. Well done. I just said to you that looked like it was easy. And you said, yeah, it was pretty easy. Give us the honest truth. How well did you perform today?
Last year it was so tough. I remember, I had nightmares weeks after, but this year it was way worse. We were flying, flying on the bike on the way out, and on the way back it was just, so much headwind. I had to turn off the screen because I would just get depressed if I looked at the speed I was going. So I thought any moment Braden would catch me on the bike and try to keep it kind of positive, even though it was pretty tough. But yeah, when I hit T2 and I got the news that it was 6 minutes in front, I pretty much put it in cruise control and took it home.
You certainly did, and you didn't start. Can I just ask you as well about the aerodynamic cheeks? Because the beard is gone. How big an impact did that have today?
I reckon a proper shave is 10 watts in my case, because I have a grown man's beard. Everybody knows that. So Nah, I had to do something about it. It looked terrible. I looked myself in the mirror this morning, and I thought, like, I cannot go on international TV with it looking like this. So, yeah, it was about time.
Look good, play good, and you certainly did that today. And obviously Europe are champions once again. Who will lead the way in the after party tonight? That's what we need to know.
Belinda for sure, because she owes me like 10 drinks, and I think I'm not the only one. So I'm pretty sure she will. She'll be on it in the bar. Yeah, but we'll see later.
She'll thank you for that. We'll put it all on Belinda's bar tab, but well done to you. Fabulous performance. Go and enjoy yourself. Well done,
thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Many, many congratulations. Dominant in your performance today. Just tell us a little bit about how confident you were as you headed down to the water. Did you feel that was on its way?
No, I was actually pretty nervous. I felt pretty good, but I didn't know what to expect. And I had the extra pressure from the team. I love to race for a team, so I was nervous when I came out of the water and just had about 25 seconds to Lopez. I was pretty happy, and I knew it could be a good day.
You mentioned the pressure. A few people had something to say about your choice as a captain's pick. How much did you feel that today, and how keen were you to repay the faith?
I was really keen to show that I was the right pick, and I deserved the spot. And I'm really happy to have helped the team to have a good performance.
You have done your bit for sure. It's not the finale, but perhaps it is the sunset of your career. Where are the emotions on a day like this, with all that's still to come? It's not over yet, but it's looking very, very good for Europe.
Yes, I'm just happy to. That's my last international race, and to have a good performance, to feel good in that race. It's very nice to go out like that.
And we had a lovely chat with your husband earlier as well. He didn't bring the kids to the interview, but I saw you at breakfast trying to hold on to them. He's been chasing them around quite a lot today. Are you let off bath time and bedtime, or have you still got mum duties to do, or are you allowed to celebrate if that's the way things pan out?
I let off bed duties. It was very nice to have the family here. It's not easy to combine both, but Rita, my husband, is such a big help, such a support. It's such a privilege to have them, and to have been able to combine the two, sports and family, has been amazing.
Super dad, super mum, well done to you. Brilliant performance today.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. That looked cool, calm, collected and in total control. Is that how it felt out there today?
Yeah, it felt all right. I mean, having done a few full distance races, it was good to go back to some shorter with some more intensity.
What did you make of his performance, and what would you pick out as the real strength and the real kick on today?
Do you know, I've been watching this young man race for a very long time now. He first came to Daytona. None of us knew who he was. And to see his progression over such a short period of time, it's been truly remarkable. So anything he does now does not surprise me. He's just a standout athlete over swim, bike and run.
We had your best mate Casper alongside, who said when you opened up the lead on the bike, he said, run no problem. Were you as confident as he was?
Yeah, I was really pleased with my swim. I was right up there with Rudy and Max, and then didn't have the best T1 and caught them after, I think, 10 minutes on the bike again, and pretty quickly got a gap, and then rode alone on the bike and could see at the turnaround I had a decent gap, and then out on the run I also saw when the turnaround points that I was actually increasing, so it was good.
And just give us a sense as well of what it's been like to be part of Team Europe. It's obviously looking very, very much like the trophy's going to be lifted by your fair hands. Give us a sense of the team spirit and how much you've enjoyed being in blue this week.
Yeah, just from the beginning, coming here Monday, it has been really cool to train and talk to new people, especially from Europe, but also from the other countries. And then out on the course, I could just see Europe smashing it all the time. I went by some new ones. I saw Europe was in the lead, so it really gave me a lot of motivation.
You've done your bit. Many congratulations, Magnus. Enjoy the celebrations if and when they're confirmed. Good on you.
Thanks.
Amazing performance today. Valuable points for your team as well. Just give us a little insight into where you found the extra gear today. What brought you home in first?
Yeah, my main goal was to stick with the girls on the swim, because I think if I with them into T1, then everything is in my hands, so the race is a little bit more under your control. And exactly it was. For me, I had a good swim, and then Jackie did a great work on the bike until the turning point, and then I overtook and drove home. And I just wanted to push as hard as I can to have a good practice for Hawaii. And then on the run, I just wanted to run fast, and it was super windy on the dike, so it was a tough one, but very happy to get away with the win, and because I run against the best runner in the field, so I'm very pleased with my race.
You have done your bit. It's time to go and celebrate. Thanks for chatting to us. Well done.
Thank you very much.
You're a good man for coming to have a conversation with us, because there was a lot of speculation, there was a lot of eyeballs on match 8 today, but nothing like how you wanted it to go. Did you feel you were well and truly beaten, or did you feel that in some ways you blew up out there today?
No, I was well and truly beaten. I got what I asked for, I guess. I don't want to make any excuses. They beat me fair and square, and just fuel to the fire, I guess.
They both were at the finish line as you came home. What did they have to say to you, Sam and Lionel?
Oh, they were great. Basically said, remember you're still, I think Sam said, remember you're still one of the best guys in the world. I just had a shitter of a day, literally. I'll be back.
We are a family show, so I'm going to apologise for the language. I just do want to ask you, though, in terms of the learnings from this week, is there anything to take from it from your perspective?
You learn from every race, and even more so from the lows. I've had a really good season so far up until now, so as I said, all eyes on Dallas and then Kona for me.
And just in terms of this rivalry, does it end here, or is there something now that, with respect, you can play with, and you've got an opportunity to get right in future races to come?
For sure. It's 1-1 now between Sam and me, so as I keep saying, I'll be back, and I'll just go back to the drawing board and work even harder.
You are a good man for coming to have a word once again. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you.
Today.
Thank
Good
you.
on you.